Welcome to Creative Chess channel. Today we're going to speak about a very tricky idea in the opening, or to be precise, in Petrov defense. First of all, what is Petrov? Here, guys, I'm an E4 player, that's why for me it was very interesting to look at this variation. Because I used to play g3 in this case, but I decided to change something because I'm not quite satisfied with that move. I started looking for some interesting variation and found this one, which I'm going to play myself, and I recommend you to do the same. So here, as you understand, d6 there should be played. And instead of the main line retreating to f3, there is a possibility to go knight to c4, and today we're going to speak about this move. So knight to c4, the idea that sooner or later knight will go to e3, we may call it the Paulsen attack in Petrov, because if I'm not mistaken, Paulsen was the first player who played this line long ago, more than 100 years ago. So you see that the white knight is exposed on c4, so very often white has to play knight e3. And knight, surprisingly, can be very, very active here and very useful on this. Here, in most cases, of course, black would take on e4. And now there are three main lines for three variations for white, how to play it. Knight c3, as you see, d4, and queen goes to e2. I would recommend, as a lot of players play this move nowadays, and I would also recommend queen to e2 variation, which was also played by Magnus Carlsen himself. Here usually go queen to e7, knight goes to e3, and there are several options here. In database, there are two main moves here, and c6. About 120 games was played with c6, and about 70 something was played with the move knight to f6. All other variations are not that popular. First of all, let's have a look at knight f6 variation. In this case, we'll just play g3, bishop to d7. Of course, everything depends on the black's moves here, because we'll react according to their moves changing. But you see, white want to just to keep the bishop on board, and that's why it's good to play a3. And after some developing moves, we come to a position like here. Bishop goes to d2. You see there are several options, but anyway, white's position is fine. You may castle either queen side, what I would recommend you and would do myself. If you want some more calm game, you may castle king side, but anyway, white's position is good, and so probably just to play castle queen side and later to attack your opponent. If we speak about knight f6, so you can just play again g3, bishop g2, here d4, bishop d2, and castle queen side. There is also another move, which is the main line here. It's a c6 variation. Instead of knight f6, we just go c6. In this case, I would recommend you to play c4, move not to allow them to play d5, and after g6, we go d3, and so black has two options where to retreat. Usually they go to f6 and c3, And again, you see white developed the bishop here, and just castle. Just castle, guys. Maybe later we'll play d4, put our rook on e1, and have a normal position. Well, I like this variation because actually it doesn't have a lot of theory, tons of theory to learn. You just need to be able to play chess. You don't need to know a lot of variations. Just some new ideas for you guys. Okay, so let's return. So after c4, g6, d3, knight can also go to g5, but in this case, which is also natural because it can go to e6, but in this case we'll play bishop to d2, we're coming to c3 to be able to exchange this dark square bishop, takes. It was one game which was played like that. You see here already white is much better. They try to attack. Black wants to stop them. Castle. Knight goes to c6. So you see knights are coming here. Maybe after castling. So, but d4 is coming already. White tries to open the position of the black king. Black runs away. But already you see g4, super cool idea. So if he takes, we'll just push another pawn. So white's idea is to open the h file. And here, queen to e5 is a strong move, because after knight to e6, it's a 7 check. We just take the pawn. You see here, white's position is much better. Yes, black just take the pawn here, but doesn't matter. First we attack here, and let's say we play like that. You see that white is overplaying. Black here take the pawn. So white is a pawn up now, and at the same time a very active position of their pieces. So again, guys, let's repeat a bit. So we play e4, e5. Petroff defense, and what to do, how to surprise the opponent, take, and instead of the main line, knight to a3, we would go knight to c4 with the idea of queen e2, knight e3, g3, bishop g2. Then you may have a look, guys. You may just you may play c4 first, don't forget, then d3 or d4, knight c3, and have a look. So where you want to castle, either king side or queen side, something like that. And also, guys, just for you to understand this idea better, I want to show you one game which was played by a very famous Russian grandmaster, Roman Ovechkin. He was playing against opponent who was at that moment Ovechkin had a rating of 2500, and his opponent was 2200. It was played in 2003, and let's have a look how Ovechkin, white, outplayed black very quickly, only in 19 moves. So knight to c4, so yes, we're following their game now. Black played here. Sorry, it's not this one. So yeah, d6, knight c4, takes, and queen e2. Yes, guys, queen e2. Queen e7 was played. Let's repeat, guys. What should we do here for white? Yeah, we just played knight to e3. Roman's opponent played c6. As I told you, it's the main line here. Another option which we had a look at was just retreating knight f6, but his opponent is following the main line. Here, c4. Yeah, I also told you about this move, not to allow him to play d5. g6. Bishop goes to g2, as we discussed. and knight goes to a6, castle. And here, see, without d3 move, black just decided to retreat with the knight, developing pieces. And here, white, you see, seemed to stop black from pushing the pawn. But here you see, before move was played, of course, black has to take. They are taking the queen, so we need to take. And knight goes to b3. Guys, what should be your first idea if knight jumps here? My first idea was where is he going, because actually it can be trapped there, but no, then I saw that it has d4 square and I thought, okay, so then it has some space to retreat. Castle. And here Roman made a super cool move, very sly move. Guys, by the way, you may try to find this move yourself, because it's really tricky, I like it. If you find the one, you are a real genius. Okay, actually there was played queen to d3. So first it just frightens black, that it seems that knight can jump somewhere, yes, and the queen would be under attack. But his idea is not only to frighten or to jump somewhere with the knight, but the idea to capture this knight, because you see the queen makes some space, room for the knight. Now the knight can go here, and the knight just doesn't allow. Uh, Now we'll see, yes, because in the game it played queen to d8, and knight goes to e2, and now there is no square like d4, because the knight would just take. That's why it's so turned that, yeah, so now black knight doesn't have the way out. There was played this move, but actually after exchanges, black just resigned, guys. Can you imagine? But you say why? He should have played. But I tell you guys that here computer shows +7. You will not believe me, but +7 in white's favor. Uh, yeah, so black's position is totally lost, because white pieces are much more active. There are a lot of weak squares where our knights can jump and create some checkmating patterns here for the black king. So guys, I hope you like this move. I hope you like this idea. So try to play it in your games, and I hope that you will say thank you of me for reminding you about this variation in Petrov defense. So guys, that's all for today. See you in my next videos. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and bye bye.